Hello, I'm Jeff Siegel. Welcome to SantaAnita.com and our Sunday video seminar and a huge Pick 6 carryover to shoot for at the Great Race Place. Good 9 race program. We'll start things off in the first race with a mile and 1/16 claiming event. Number 1, My Man Sumo from the Mike Mitchell barn looks well spotted at 5-2 in the morning line. Inside draw. First off the claim, you know how well Mitchell does with these kinds of maneuvers. And My Man Sumo has good enough tactical speed to get a great trip inside, saving ground throughout. And I do believe that he's good enough to win on his best day. And he obviously is in good form. So number 1, My Man Sumo looks well spotted to enhance Mitchell's first off the claim statistics. I think he wins today's first race. We'll make him a rolling exotic single, and at 5-2 in the morning line, a straight play as well. Second race is a claiming event, and I'm going to go with a fresh face here, kind of a newcomer, well, a comebacker actually. Number 5, Just Incredible. I don't really like those that have been racing. I'm looking for something off the bench to win, and Cruel Jack seems to have this Merino Marini 5-year-old mare ready to roll. The works are pretty good. She's got speed. This race is a sprint with not a whole lot of early speed in it, and I think if Just Incredible pops the gate and can fire fresh, she just might be able to dominate this field from gate to wire. So at 4-1 in the morning line, let's try number 5, Just Incredible, as a straight play and rolling exotic single in today's second race. Third race, allowance race on the turf, and I like number 6, Burns, as a rolling exotic single and straight play. He is 7-2 on the morning line. Was a nice winner, I thought, 2-turning when breaking his maiden here at Santa Anita. 2 races back on the main track. Decent third in a fast sprint last time out, so his buyer figures are improving. He's come back and trained very well around the dogs on the grass recently, and he's going to try the turf for the first time, and being by unusual heat, you have to think he's going to like it. And there should be enough pace in this race to set things up for a closer, and Brice Blanc should have this horse tucked in off the pace and then asking him to run the last quarter of a mile. I think Burns can wear down the speed. So at 7-2, let's go with number 6, Burns, as our strong straight play and rolling exotic single in today's third race. Fourth race kicks off the Pick 6, and if you're playing the Pick 6 today, use as many as you can afford to use in this race. Number 7, Stormy Linda, 6-5 on the morning line, and there's no doubt she can win. I don't trust her, though. We haven't seen her since November. Her workouts for Carava on the comeback trail are not particularly impressive. She does have a good outside post, and Pedroza rides her back. That's good. And the competition is woeful. Let's face it, that's why she's such a short price. But she's not the kind of horse that I want to take a short price on. And if she doesn't win, anybody can. So it's that kind of race. I would not recommend playing any straight plays here. And, maybe she wins. Maybe she wins at a short price. It's just not my kind of race. Kind of a pretty dreadful way to kick off a Pick 6. You either single her or you buy the race. It's up to you. I don't know exactly what to do here. But for small ticket players, I suppose they can try singling her. But if you're playing a little bit bigger ticket, I think she's a beatable favorite. I don't have a clue in the race. You're on your own in today's fourth race. Fifth race, this is a 6.5 down the hill. 3 main contenders here. Numbers 5, 6, and 7 on your program. Number 5 is Ruby Lane. Number 6 is Seachai. 7 is 40 Paces. Any one of those 3 could win. We'll use all 3 in an exacta or trifecta box, and you can use all 3 in your rolling exotics as well. Now, Ruby Lane looks well spotted, but she is 1 for 18, and I don't know whether you can trust her or not. She was nosed out last time out. I like the route to sprint play. She obviously ran well on the course last time out, and definitely is a contender, although 2 hard races in a row, you just wonder whether or not she's going to fall back a little bit today and regress. I'll use her. Hardly a single, though, but number 5, Ruby Lane, a contender. Number 6, Seachai. This is a filly now in Kathy Walsh's barn. Kathy claimed her for $25,000 and boosted her up to the starter 40 ranks last time out on the main track. And I thought she ran all right. She finished third, pretty solid effort in a pretty solid race. And now we try her to see if she can handle the grass. No reason why she wouldn't at least handle it, if not improve. And Espinoza rides her back. So number 6, Seachai, major player here. And number 7, 40 Paces in the money in her last 3. She's in good form. She should get a good trip for Hector Palma. And Bejarano stays aboard. He knows her well. He should have her in a good stalking position throughout. So any one of those 3 could win. 5, 6, and 7. I will use all 3 in my rolling exotics. 6th race, maiden special weight, 2 turns for older horses. Contenders here, number 2, Crispy Corey. Number 4, Jade River. Number 7, Queen's Right. Those are the three I would recommend, with preference to number 2, Crispy Corey. He ran very well 2 races back on the main track sprinting. Showed good speed and finished willingly, I thought. Got a little tired towards the end, but a little bit better grade a horse, I think, in that race than he's seeing here. And he is inside speed here with Flores. I think he has a chance maybe to establish the running, and if he does, he might never look back. But number 4, Jade River, and number 7, Queen's Right, both have kind of similar patterns. Both have only been out once. Jade River kind of finished steadily in a pretty hot sprint. I think he'll move forward today for Ron Ellis. And Queen's Right, not a bad third, going long on the grass in his debut. He's another one who has room to improve, with Gomez riding him back for Cliffside. So Crispy Corey on the front end, Jade River and Queen's Right probably from off the pace. I think you'll get by this race using those 3, and all 3 can be used in your rolling exotics in an exacta or trifecta box as well. 7th race, it's a mile event, and number 2, Hot Damon, has a lot going for him. Inside draw, switch to P-Val, blinkers on, coming out of a pretty hot sprint, stretching out, ran well on the main track 2 races back. Kind of all adds up here to Hot Damon. I think he's going to be tough to beat at 3-1 in the morning line. You may want to go a little deeper if you'd like. Number 10, Cuckoo, probably going to need the lead type, but he's way out on the outside. Training well, though, for Julio, and he could certainly be this good as he seeks his 3rd straight win. And then Kate Savant on the outside. First time around 2 turns, poor post. Sprints like he wants to route. He may be a late running sprinter, but his pedigree suggests that he will be able to get a distance of ground. And if Nakatani can get him over and save ground, produce 1 late run, it's possible Kate's Savant could wear down the speed. So I'll make it 2, 10, and 12 in that order, with Hot Damon and Cuckoo and Kate Savant. Preference to number 2, Hot Damon, but you can use all 3 if you're playing any kind of rolling exotics, including the pick 6. 8th race is a China Doll. It's a stake race for 3-year-old fillies going a mile on the grass, and 3 main contenders here. Number 2, Campina, who looked really good winning down the hill, but she has won routing over in Europe, so I don't think the extra distance is going to bother her at all. Number 2, Campina. Also number 3, Singapore Lily, making her U.S. debut for James Cassidy. She had better racing post speed figures than Campina did, so she's ready, and she's trained like she is. Number 3, Singapore Lily, is a strong contender. And don't dismiss number 6, Up in Time. Won a maiden race, a pretty good maiden race at Newmarket in a 20-horse field. Did that by 7 lengths. And then was not embarrassed when in the Oh-So Sharp Stakes Group 3 race at Newmarket later on. So she makes her U.S. debut for Callahan. Seems to be training well. Gets Rosario and Lasix. Up in Time. Another one with good racing post speed figures, and definitely a fit here. Use number 6, Up in Time. So 2, 3, and 6. Good exacta or trifecta box. Use all 3 in your rolling exotics. 9th and final, we'll use number 2, the Full Lavino, and number 9, Lole Ace. The Full Lavino, perhaps the best of the known element, may have been a tad short when he was a fading 6th in a similar race here last month. That was his first start since Del Mar, but he can be fitter and better today. He's come back and trained well for Sadler and switching to Rosario. So to use number 2, the Full Lavino. Intriguing is number 9, Nole Ace, a very expensive yearling, showing up here as a 4-year-old maiden and a maiden 20 the bottom. Kerwin John has been out in the morning to work this 4-year-old colt, and his March 6th work was good enough that he certainly has the right to run at a bottom-level maiden claiming race like this. 4-1 in the morning line, he's worth throwing in. That's number 9, Nole Ace. So 2 and 9, the Full Lavino and Nole Ace. Use them both in an exacta box, and use them both in your rolling exotics. And that wraps up our Sunday seminar for today. Best of luck today at Santa Anita. Go get that pick 6, and we'll talk to you again next Thursday.